Have you ever noticed how calm and confident you can feel alone? But the moment you enter a relationship, a completely different version of you appears. Suddenly you overthink texts. You become afraid of losing someone. You feel jealous, insecure, clingy, distant, or emotionally overwhelmed. And the strange part is, you thought you had already healed from all of that. But relationships have a powerful way of exposing the old self hidden beneath the surface. The truth is, relationships are not just about love. They are mirrors. They reveal the parts of us we tried to bury, the fears we never fully healed, and the emotional patterns we learned long before we ever met our partner. Today we are going to uncover how relationships awaken your old self, why love can trigger emotions you thought were gone, and how these moments can either destroy you or transform you. Section 1. Relationships activate your emotional memory. Most people think they react to their partner's actions. But in reality, many times we are reacting to old emotional wounds. A simple delayed text message can suddenly make someone feel abandoned. Small disagreement can trigger anger far deeper than the situation deserves. A little emotional distance can create panic, insecurity, or fear. Why? Because relationships activate emotional memory. Your mind remembers every rejection, every betrayal, every moment you felt unloved, ignored, or not enough. And when a new relationship feels emotionally important, your nervous system begins protecting itself from pain it experienced in the past. That is why love can sometimes make people act irrationally. Not because they are crazy, but because relationships reopen emotional doors that were never fully closed. Section 2. Your partner becomes a mirror. One of the hardest truths about relationships is this: your partner often reflects the parts of yourself you do not want to face. If you struggle with self-worth, relationships will expose it. If you fear abandonment, relationships will expose it. If you seek validation, relationships will expose it. Love has a way of pulling hidden emotions into the light. Sometimes we blame our partner for changing us, but often they are simply revealing what already existed inside us. The jealous version of you. The insecure version. The fearful version. These parts were always there. The relationship simply made them visible. And that can feel terrifying. Because many people create identities around being healed, strong, or emotionally mature. But relationships test emotional maturity in ways isolation never can. It is easy to feel emotionally stable when nobody can hurt you. Real growth is revealed when love becomes vulnerable. Section 3. Why we repeat old patterns. Have you ever wondered why people keep attracting the same type of relationships? Different face, different name, same emotional pain. That happens because unresolved wounds create repeated patterns. People who felt abandoned may become overly attached. People who grew up emotionally neglected may chase emotionally unavailable partners. People who were constantly criticized may become defensive or emotionally guarded. Without realizing it, many people recreate familiar emotional environments because the brain confuses familiarity with safety. Even painful patterns can feel comfortable if they are emotionally familiar. That is why some relationships feel addictive. They are not just activating love. They are activating old emotional programming. And until someone becomes aware of those patterns, the old self continues controlling the relationship from behind the scenes. Section 4. Relationships can heal or destroy. Here is the dangerous part. When old wounds are triggered, people usually react in one of two ways. They either run from the relationship, or they become consumed by it. Some people shut down emotionally to protect themselves. Others become obsessed with reassurance, attention, and validation. But neither response truly heals the wound. Healing begins when you stop asking, "Why is this person making me feel this way?" and start asking, "What part of me is being triggered right now?" That question changes everything. Because relationships are not only exposing pain, they are revealing where healing still needs to happen. And although that process hurts, it can also become one of the greatest forms of self-discovery. Sometimes the relationship is not destroying you. Sometimes it is exposing the version of you that still needs love, understanding, and healing. Section 5. The old self vs. the real self. The old self is built from survival, fear, protection, emotional defense mechanisms. But your real self exists underneath all of that. Healthy love challenges the old self. It forces you to communicate honestly, to become vulnerable, to face uncomfortable emotions instead of hiding from them. And that is why relationships can feel so emotionally intense. Because love does not just connect two people. It confronts two histories, two childhoods, Two sets of insecurities. Two emotional worlds colliding together. The strongest relationships are not the ones without problems. They are the ones where both people are willing to confront the versions of themselves that love reveals. In the end, relationships are never only about romance. They are reflections. They expose your fears, your wounds, your insecurities, and the emotional patterns hidden deep inside you. But they also reveal your capacity to grow. Every trigger teaches you something. Every emotional reaction points toward a deeper truth about yourself. The old self appears in relationships for a reason. Not to shame you. Not to destroy you. But to show you what still needs healing. And sometimes the relationship that hurts you the most is also the relationship that finally introduces you to who you truly are. If this video spoke to you, remember this: love does not only reveal who your partner is, it reveals who you become when your heart is finally seen.